I wanted to start with old business. An old business that we do have is our Texas fundraiser. It was a success, and I thank each and every one of you. We earned over $600 just from selling gift cards within the school, so that will greatly benefit us. So thank you all for that. And with that, we hope to have an assembly for the kids, which I'll talk about in a few. As far as new business goes, which I know Mrs. Brown will touch on in a few, with the booster-thon, the school has earned over $23,000, if I'm correct. So that's thanks to you again. Give yourself a hand. Some of the funds that you have helped put into this, the PTO, one of the things we did was for our teachers recently, we gave them a second quarter gift. It was a little late, but it was a good gift. I hope they enjoyed it. It was a dessert table just to let them know we were sweet on them for Valentine's Day.
It was very wonderful. We loved it.
Thank you. For the children's second quarter gifts, it should be going home hopefully this week. We purchased for them pencils. Now, the reason these pencils are really cool, and I think the kids are going to love it, they're rubber pencils. So they get to like kind of twist them. And believe it or not, in this day and age we live in, it's statistics shows our kids have more anxiety now than they did when we were kids. So sometimes this is a good little tool to have. So they will sharpen, they can use them. So those are the pencils that's going home with them, especially since testing has begun this week. We want them to let them know we are right behind them. So we hope they definitely take use of the pencils. Let's see. When I spoke about the assembly in March, something we want to do for the kids is to give them an assembly. And that will hopefully be toward the end of March. At the next PTO meeting, we will discuss that further so you can have more information about that. However, our next PTO meeting is something really exciting. It is our Moments with Mom. It is a combination PTO meeting with the Moments with Mom. More information, again, we'll be going home with that. So make sure you check your Tuesday, your children's, long day, PTO Tuesday folders. Not PTO Tuesday folders, Tuesday folders.
And that's March 17th, right?
And I'm sorry.
It's St. Patrick's Day, yeah, I know.
Is it the same day as the next meeting?
Yes, but they moved the meeting date. It's the 13th. The meeting date got changed. They're using the school. They're using the school this day.
Okay.
The Moments with Moms will be on March 13th. And that will be a movie with mom. So again, you'll see more information going home with your child about that. Let's see. Oh, going back to the Texas Roadhouse gift cards, because you all did so well in selling them, Texas Roadhouse has graciously given every child that even if they just sold one gift card, they will be invited to an assembly that Texas Roadhouse themselves are sponsoring. We're going to let you know more information that I just spoke with her today. She's going to call me tomorrow. That's where they're going to come in, and they're going to try to bring pizza for the kids and just let them have fun to say, hey, congratulations, thank you for doing a great job in selling gift cards for the school. So we definitely want to say that will definitely happen. We're just really excited about it for the kids. Our next fundraiser, our fundraiser coordinator extraordinaire is going to discuss that right this second. The next upcoming fundraiser.
Good evening. My name is Shanita Watson. I'm the PTO fundraising person. I'm also a teacher here at Neal. Thank you to those who came out earlier this year and supported both Chipotle and Red Robin. Our next fundraiser is March 3rd at Lido's in Waldorf, and it's from 5 to 9 p.m., and that's for eat-in and take-out orders as well. And with this one, we don't even need the flyer. It's just anybody who comes in or makes a purchase that night. It goes towards the school. So hopefully we'll see you there.
And Lido's is a really good fundraiser to do. I think it is one of the few fundraisers we do that is so, not few, one of the many fundraisers, but this one just stands out. It's so family-oriented, so community-oriented. You walk in, and I promise you, one time I went in, the entire restaurant was like a Neal dinner. It's like everybody was at the table just talking to each other. It is a great experience. That is the one fundraiser I really do not want to miss. So I hope to see you all there. I really do.
March 3rd. flyers will be going home in next Tuesday's Tuesday folder.
I really wanted to make sure tonight we have a special guest, and I'll introduce her, and she'll be up briefly in a few minutes. Her name is Kim Delaney. She's a life coach as well as a motivational speaker. But before she comes up, I wanted to announce that this school year will be my last school year as PTO president and on the PTO board.
I didn't see what they said. What did she do?
Yay! I love children. But
That was crazy.
that was priceless. I love it. I am glad it's recorded for that reason. And I will say it is a very bittersweet moment for me. I have been on Neil's board on some form or fashion for the last 5 years. I'm not leaving the school. I'll still be a parent volunteer coordinator for those who know me from that aspect. But I am stepping down from the PTO board, as well as our secretary, as well as our treasurer. So that is when we all look toward all of you. Neil Elementary is in each and every single one of your children. They benefit from what you give. That was right on time. They benefit from what you give back, and we greatly appreciate everything you do. So next month for the March meeting, I will be taking, with the PTO, we'll be taking nominations for whoever it might be yourself, and if it is not you, if it is someone else, the only thing I ask that you please go to that person and ask them if that's something they would want to do. Don't just put their name down. Just ask them if that's something they want to do. It is, and for that first year, I will be accessible. I promise you that, because I wouldn't want anybody to take on the PTO presidency by themselves just to take it and not have any guidance. So I will be accessible. I will be there to help you every step of the way. But I do think that whoever takes that task will be an excellent source to the school. Again, next month we will be taking nominations for you or someone else who you think would do a great job. And that, again, that is the presidency, the vice presidency, the treasurer, and the secretary. So I look forward to hearing any nominations you have. I really do. Also, in April, we will vote. So make sure you're definitely at each of these next 3 meetings after this. It is vital that you be here, as well as tell your friends. This is Neil for you. Your vote counts. Make sure you're here to put who you think should be there and keep it going. In May, I will announce who the next board is. Again, what do you want to speak before?
Go ahead and go.
Okay. So now I would like to introduce. Oh, thank you for that, by the way. I just want to get that out the way because that was a little hard to say. So thank you for that, and thank you for your patience. I would like to introduce again Kimberly Delaney. She is she's a life coach and a motivational speaker, and as she comes up, let's give her a hand.
Everybody stand up, everybody stand up, please. Everybody stand on your feet, stand on your feet, please, 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 please. I know I don't sound like Kimberly, but hey, it's all good, it's all good. How y'all doing? Good? You sure? Okay, all right, well, I want you to do, I want you to stretch out your hands like this real quick, okay? Make sure you don't hit the person next to you.
Now let me introduce them. This is my partner of life in business.
Yeah.
This is my husband, Herb Delaney.
Yeah,
and we're both certified life coaches, and our background is counseling. So we're both here tonight. I want to thank you guys for letting us be a part.
Thank you. So, arms are out. I know, it's getting tired. So, what I want you to do, we're going to go slow. We're going to bring them in slow, and each time we go, we're going to go a little bit faster. Ready? All right, go. All right, good. Thank you very much for the standing ovation. You all can go home now. Thank you. Have a seat. How y'all doing? Everybody good? I need 2 kid volunteers. I get 2. All right, 1. Oh, this is our beautiful daughter, Ayana. Everybody give her? Good. We don't normally, it's fun to get standing ovation when we first start. That way it makes us feel really good. So thank you very much. Appreciate that. All the parents. Can I get another child? Or come on, my man. Can you help me? Give every adult one of these. Okay. So, like my wife said, we are empowerment coaches. Okay. And one of the things we do is we help people build things. Okay, we help them build. And what you have in front of you is a house. And what you're going to do, one of the things we like to do is we like to help families build their financial house. Okay, so things are going around right now. You got one? Okay, you guys can work together. How about that? Okay. You need one? And we need another bag over here. She got the stack.
You keep talking about that.
Okay. So what we like to do is we like to help families build. So we're gonna put 3 minutes on the clock. Okay? If you can work together if we don't have enough. The glue sticks are there. Okay, we're gonna put 3 minutes on our clock. You're gonna have 3 minutes. I want you to dump out everything in your bag on the table. Just dump them out. In 3 minutes, you're gonna have to build your financial house. Ready, set, go. 3 minutes.
We don't even have a glue stick. Yes, please.
Does everybody have a glue stick?
Build your house.
Budget, emergency,
Whatever you think goes. Okay,
We're not gluing
I'm sorry,
yet.
the bottom goes first. You go from the bottom up. Just like with a house, you build a foundation. Foundation to the roof.
But no gluing yet.
No gluing yet. No gluing yet.
We have to make sure you get it right before we glue it.
Right, no glue yet.
Right? We can't put the mortar in. So no gluing yet.
Budget, emergency fund,
Good job.
foundation.
no,
We have like six. We have six.
Should be, if you're missing one, let us know. We can get it.
You're missing
She has six. She has five. What do you think?
yeah, but, okay. I think
Oh, accelerate payment of kids.
budget is important. Don't you think? Budget.
Okay.
Retirement is probably something we should,
Work it.
other goals and dreams.
All right. Good.
There are no wrong answers, but there is one right answer.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Good. Okay, let me check the time. 2 minutes and 50 seconds. You guys killed one. Oh, you were fast.
This one.
Good job. Good job. Good job.
This is smaller.
Okay.
Okay, good job. Good job.
If your table is done, have a representative raise their hand.
Two minutes and 20 seconds. No pressure, no pressure at all. No pressure on building your financial house. That's why we're here. We'll help you relieve the pressure. Okay, good. Keep going. We're gonna check it all together. Let's check it.
Budget, that's too many.
She's not aiming at me.
Okay, y'all are done. This table's done. That table's done. They're done. They're
We
done.
got one more minute. One more minute. Who's done? If everybody's done, let me see.
Okay.
Representative.
Yes, they're done.
Okay, good.
All right. So all right. So is everyone kind of done? Can we get one representative who would like to share what they have? No fear. There's no wrong answer.
I'll share.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
So do I start from the bottom?
Start from the bottom.
Foundation. What do you have?
I have a budget, emergency funding wheel. Then I have accelerate, paying off the debt. Then I have protect your income, retirement, college savings, and other goals and dreams.
Okay.
All right. You have 3 of them in the right order. I am
Okay.
proud of you.
Good. Give her a hand. Let's give her a hand.
I'm not going to tell you which 3 yet, but you have 3 in the right order. Proud of you. Anybody else?
Go. Most definitely.
If you get them right, you will get something.
So, the budget's in the bottom, retirement, college savings, accelerate paying off debt, protect your income, term life, other goals and dreams.
You have two of them in the right order. I'm very proud of you.
Well, I have the budget, the paying off debt, retirement, college savings, protect your income, to get other goals and dreams.
You have two of them in the right order. I'm very proud of you. Yes, ma'am. You're still in the running right there. Yes, ma'am.
Budget/emergency fund/will, then protect your income, then retirement, then accelerate paying off debt, then college savings and college dreams and goals, or other goals, dreams and goals.
All right, you have three of them in the right order. I'm very proud of you. Yes, sir.
College savings, protect your income, retirement, accelerate paying off debt, budget, other goals and dreams.
You have them in the order that you believe they should be. I'm very proud of you.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
All right, is everybody ready?
Did everybody share?
Everybody share that wanted to share. All right, you want to share,
Got one
baby?
more, got
I'm
one
gonna
more
let you
here,
share with me privately, okay? Yes,
go ahead.
ma'am.
I have budget will, retirement, accelerate paying off debt, college savings, protect your income, other goals.
You have one in the right order. All right, and that's wonderful because the whole point of this is for you to kind of look at it and assess what do you think is important about building your financial house. Okay, are we ready? Drum roll. Let's hear this. Drum roll.
Drum roll, drum roll.
Come on, let me give it a drum roll. All right, here we go. Number one, the foundation. Protect your income, term life insurance. Who has that? Great job. Protect your income. Why is that so important? As the foundation of your financial home. Well, who's a parent in here? Do you realize that you're really a money machine for your family? Yes. I didn't understand that until I had my daughter, that I was actually a money machine for my family. I didn't realize I was an ATM. That your income is so important because heaven forbid something happens to you. It is so important that your children, your legacy, your loved ones are able to continue to live at least at the level that if you were alive. So that's number one. Protect what?
And you guys
Your
can glue them now. You can glue them now in
and
the right order.
term life insurance. Glue that down. That is so important. Let's glue that. Because you need that foundation to be strong.
Everything's a done deal.
Yeah, I know the kids want to get into the gluing piece.
Oh, no, I started.
It's like art class. All over again. And if you want your own personal one, I have more up here for anyone who wants their own personal one if they have to share. Number two. All right? Is everybody ready? Budget, emergency fund, and you need a will.
We should have read our
Budget, emergency fund, and you need a will. Those three things are so important. You would be amazed with how many people do not have an active budget. And if you don't have one, no worries. We will help you establish one, and we'll actually help you establish a healthy budget. Because sometimes just because you think, oh no, I write down my bills, I check my bank account, I'm not overdrawn, doesn't mean that you have a healthy budget. Just because you make an excess of money doesn't mean that your budget is healthy for you and your family. Because we're going to talk about those things, about why it's important to have a strong financial home. All right, emergency fund. Some of us, if you get in a car accident and you got that $500 deductible, it just tear everything up. You're in a tailspin. Some of us work for the government. And who remembers what happened? Some people were in a complete tailspin because they had no emergency fund. And a will. Something happens to you, heaven forbid. Everybody heard the stories about Prince, all that money he had, and there was no will, and there was just complete turmoil, chaos with his family. So it's so important that we handle these things ahead of time before we're not able to handle them. All right, number three, are we ready? Number three. Can anybody tell that I used to be a cheerleading coach? Number three, accelerate paying off debt. Go see me, 2 seconds.
Bless you.
I see. Y'all were super close. Y'all should have spoke up. Oh. Y'all were super close. Y'all should have spoke up. I told you there were no wrong answers. Okay. Number 3, I'm sorry I got distracted. I had a little ADHD moment. I apologize. The crew over here distracted me.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. Okay, accelerating paying off debt. How many people understand how important it is to pay off debt? And if you never learn how to do so, then you'll never gain financial independence. Do y'all realize that? The American dream, being able to do whatever you want to do. But if you never learn how to pay off debt, you will never receive financial independence. So we're going to talk about that as well. Number 4, we ready? I can't hear you. Are we ready?
Yes.
This is what we're all looking forward to. Retirement. God knows we all want to retire, right? Woo. Retirement. Number 5. College savings. And the roof. To top it off. Does everybody know what the last one is? Everyone's going to get this answer right. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Other goals and dreams. All right, fantastic. Give yourselves a hand.
And you all.
You did a wonderful job.
See, good job. Now, how was that easy for y'all? And some of you all, now look, when you're building a house, everyone builds their house differently, okay? But what we found in this business is this is the best way to build it because what it does, it protects you and give you the strongest sense, especially when you're first starting out or you're starting over, okay? So it's not anybody's house. We all know we live in a house or wherever we live, it may be shaped different, it might have different things, but again, this is the most sound way we found to really help families build their financial house.
And it works with anyone's financial situation, this formula.
Right. So, how do we get, you guys gave us a standing ovation, so what we're going to do is we're going to give you guys a kiss. Hershey kiss.
We love all of you.
No. All right, so everybody get some candy. And so what I'm going to do now, what we do is we help families build their financial house 2 different ways. All right? Anybody know what a PIN is? A PIN?
Not to your bank account.
Not to your bank account. We're not asking the bank account number. PIN. It's called your protection income number. You can write that down if you want. PIN. Your protection income number. And the way we help families, so we got the PIN, protection. Hopefully you guys can read my handwriting. And Madam President, can you keep us on time?
Yes.
Please.
Tell us when we have 15 minutes, 10
All right.
minutes.
So, protection income number, PIN. Now, the way we come up with that, we use a formula called the DIME. Okay? The D stands for debt. Okay? And debt. The I stands for income. Okay? The income you would like to leave, because 2 things are going to happen to us. Either we're going to die too soon or live too long. So if we die too soon, we want to make sure that our families, like Kimberly said earlier, that they can have that quality of life without losing that monetary, that physical, that the tangible things. Of course, spouse goes away, you're going to have that emotional side, loss, void. But we want to make sure that their finances doesn't change. It might even improve with some people. Okay? I's income. The M is mortgage. Okay? That's the mortgage. We own a home. We don't want to have to feel like we got to move. We want to be able to stay in that house. That might be hard, but at least it's paid for. Okay? And then the E is education. All of you all are parents, so guess what? You don't want your children to miss out on education because you don't have any money. So, we're just going to say, for the sake of time, say you bury your spouse or yourself for $10,000. Okay, so we make $10K right here. Say your income, you want to leave them $5,000 a month over the next 10 years. So you take that $5,000 and you divide it, you multiply it by 12. Any mathematicians? That's 60, right? 60,000, you multiply that by 10. So that's 600,000. Okay? Check my math.
That's correct.
Correct. Then, say your mortgage is $250,000 to pay off your house. In your education, say you got 3 kids. Now, state colleges, so let's say $25,000. Okay, so that's $300,000. So let's do the math. 10,000 plus 600,000 is 610,000, right? Plus another 250 is what? 860,000, right? Come on, teach. Any teachers in the room? Any teachers? Check my math. Okay, what's that? And then 3. So I'm cheating. That's 1.16 million. That would be your protection income number. That would bury your spouse or yourself. That would give the one that you leave behind $5,000 a year for 10 years. Most of our kids, if they're 8, 9, and if they're older,
$5,000 a month.
$5,000 a month, I'm sorry, thank you. $5,000 a month for 10 years, okay? And then your mortgage will be paid off. So you don't have to worry about no mortgage, anything. So it's paid off. And then your child's education. Now, the thing about it is, this money right here, a lot of this money, you can put it into some type of fund to protect it and also help it grow. So in those 10 years, all of these numbers should grow. This number should grow. Okay, so you would have more than that. Now, pen, everybody understand the pen? Okay, we help families understand that.
Does
Go.
everybody understand the pen? Everybody's clear. Everybody gets it.
I know I went fast.
What's the D? We got the I.
D is for
D is for death,
and
death and debt.
And the only time that you would have debt, it depends on the state that you're living in and whether the debt is actually combined or not. Like in the state of Virginia, if one spouse dies, their debt dies with the spouse. The other spouse is not held responsible. I'm not really sure here in Maryland of what it is, but that would be the death and the debt for this portion.
Okay, next number. Anybody know what the FIN means? FIN. I didn't get my cheat sheet for this one. FIN. Anybody? You said federal income number?
I like that.
No, the FIN is your financial independent number. FIN, your financial independent number. We're going to do that number. How about that? Okay, you got it? Okay, so say we all retire at age 70. Okay, fair enough? Let's use that. 70 years old retirement age. Say we want to bring home $5,000 a month at age 70. Not bad. We bring home $5,000 a month, retirement. Okay. Now, some of us might want to do more, but for the sake of time and numbers, do 5,000. Okay, 5K. So what we do is what? We multiply that by 12. Okay, which is what? 60K, right? And then we multiply that again by 10. And that's 600,000. Right? So, industry tells us only take 5% down. Take 5%, withdraw 5% from that. Because you don't want to run out of that 600,000 too fast. Okay? So, then the experts say, if the industry is telling you to take 5%, then you need to double that number. So your real FIN number is 1.2 million. 1.2 million. Question. Who has a plan to get 1.2 million by the time they're 70?
You have a plan.
Now,
I know what it is. My husband's running.
right. But what I want you to do, Ray, keep your hand up.
Keep your hand up.
And keep your hand up. Now look around the room. That to say, if you don't know what your FIN number is when you retire, then guess what? You got to come see us.
You got to come see
Okay,
us.
because we can
It
help
is
you
so
understand what that is.
important.
And that doesn't cost you a dime, by the way, so we're not promoting our business. We're just telling you that's what we do. We help people understand what that is, and then we create a game plan, a roadmap, a GPS to get you there. So, 2 numbers we talked about today. First person to say, what's first? Pen?
Pen?
All right, give her a kiss. She gets a kiss. Pen. And then the second number is? Fin. What? Okay, what's the fin? Financial independence. Now, if you don't have both, then you need to get both. You need to have that PIN, you need to have that FIN, okay? Any questions for us in the last few minutes? I mean, we got a few minutes. Any questions for
Any
us?
questions? Anyone have any type of questions?
What sort of services do you offer?
What other
other than
services
financial?
Oh,
that are financial? Okay,
Okay.
great.
Other than financial.
Oh, other
okay.
than financial.
So services that we offer and that I offer, especially for the women in here, I do a whole lot of empowerment women groups. So we just did a vision board party a couple weeks ago. We do wine dines where we drink some wine and feeling fine and enjoying ourselves, but we have an opportunity to sit down and talk and vent. There will be groups where we do karaoke parties. I do things a little unconventional. I do karaoke parties, but while we're there, we actually have an opportunity to kind of get to know one another and actually vent and talk about different issues that face us today. You brought up something that was very empowering to me. I do something with women that we need to learn how that we can actually know what our finances is outside of our spouses, so that just in case, heaven forbid, he gets an itch and decides to leave, I'm still good, right? So that's important.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere.
He's not going anywhere right now, but if it happens, we're still good. So it's all about empowerment and becoming the best you that you can be. Something else that we do is we do home and auto. Because a lot of times you're spending too much money, and it's important. Our whole point is teaching you how to save money. The more money you're saving, the more money you can invest into your retirement. So we do auto and home, free quotes. We don't charge you a dime for that. All of this stuff is free. It's all about helping your family save money. We educate you about the industry. We help you understand how to have a smart home system. A lot of parents, a lot of kids are latchkey. It's all about saving money, keeping your family, protecting your assets. Your children are an asset to your family. They're someone that you care and you love about. So we talk about smart home systems. We also talk about legal protection. We have programs out here that families, even if you don't have a lot of money, attorneys are very expensive, but there's resources out here for you to get the care and the need that you need without having to pay thousands and thousands of dollars to get it. So when you think of us as your family's resource center. We're licensed and we're certified in all these areas, and we're here to help, and most of all, we're here for education purposes.
And another thing we do individual and family mentoring and empowerment. So we have a counselor background, but we coach. We're life coaches. We're professional, certified professional coaches. We deal with bereavement. We also do with children, young adults, and families. So marriage. So we're certified in all those areas. So if you got a wayward child, we kind of have a good track record of bringing that child back in fold. If you're having marital problems, we can sit down with you and talk about that from a self-discovery standpoint. It's not telling you what to do. We're not trying to get in your head. We're working with you where you are at that particular moment and getting you to where you want to be in the next step. And we celebrate those next steps. We celebrate those baby steps. Okay? And so that's what we do. We thank you. We're going to hang around. We'd love to go.
We love to talk to each of you and get your names and numbers, but we want everybody to stand up one more time.
One more time.
And we want you to give yourselves a hand of applause.
Yeah, round of applause. Give yourself a round of applause. Good job. Thank you so much.
We appreciate it.
And we'll be in the back here to talk to anybody if you need to. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So much to Kimberly. I'm like, Kimberly's husband, thank you. Herb. Thank you so much.
Calls me coach.
Thank you both. We appreciate the wealth of information you've given us tonight. Again, if anyone has any other questions for Kim or Herb, they'll be here after the meeting as well, just in the back, just to go and say hi to them. Next, I would like to give the floor to our wonderful principal, Mrs. Brown. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Delaney. It was really informative, and it was a little too late for me, but it's not too late for you guys. So keep saving. Thank you so much for coming tonight. It's good to see this many people. Thanks to the teachers who have been here since 7:45 this morning. I appreciate your being here, and thanks to all of you who probably were at work even before that, but we do appreciate your being here. I wanted to also thank you, Kim touched on it, for your amazing support for our Booster-thon. We really will probably make more than $24,000 before it's all over, but we're at 23 and change. So that could not have happened without all of the work that you all did to get your family and friends. I hope it was easier for you than selling cookie dough. Yay! It was way easier than that for us, at least. I say we euphemistically. They count the money and it takes forever, but this year it was all done for us. So thank you for that. We are going to fix our sign outside that has been broken most of the year. It was way more expensive than we thought it would be to fix it, so that's going to happen. We're buying playground, buying playground toys, and we're going to look to see if it's legal for us to have seesaws. That's something that your kids really want. So I'm hoping that there are no rules against having seesaws. We're buying some lots of new reading books. That's in the pipeline. Not to forget math. We're going to buy all kinds of equipment for that. And also I'm asking kids what they would like. That's how I know they want seesaws so badly. So hopefully there will be no rules against that. But again, it was just so wonderful how much you helped us with that. We had 41 states represented and 4 countries. They needed 50 states to be able to pie me in the face, although most of the kids were going, Mrs. Brown, I'd never do that to you, but it's like, yeah, right. But anyway, it was a lot of fun. There was a big character component to the program, and we will have access to those videos and the whole storyline that your kids told me in letters that that was one of their favorite parts of the Booster-thon. I thought the running round and round the circle was what they were really going to like, but a lot of them mentioned the character videos. So thank you again for that. I hope you do come to Moments for Moms, and something will follow for dads. It'll just be a little bit later on. Let's see. And then that brings us to being able to go and look at all the doors. I ask our teachers and grade levels to think of a project that they would like to do with their classes or their grade levels for Black History Month. And they all have come up with some really exciting things. And I also ask them to pick a person to research and to design a door that the children help design. So that's what we're going to look at tonight. Our classrooms are all, as you know, on these 2 hallways on first floor and second floor. So in just a minute, we're going to be able to go and look at those doors. We're going to ask you not to go into the classrooms because there's really nothing inside, that is ready for you to come look at. That will be a little later in the year when we have our praise night. But please visit everybody, all the halls, because there's some wonderful things. Even our special area people did doors. And I would like to point out that in 2nd grade, you can use your cell phone to watch a video of Miss Owens back there, who went and actually interviewed one of the ladies from the movie, not the real life ladies from Hidden Figures. And so I think it's going to be a good interview. And you could even, Miss Owens is back there, so she may be able to tell you a little bit about her experience. But I do also thank you for coming tonight. It's so good to see this many people here. And, I think that it's great because then we can get people here to offer, some benefits and some, I don't know, training or information that we all could use. So let's say it's about well, you see what time it is? It's 6:47. Let's say that we can just go until about 7:15 to look at the doors. And again, don't just go all around the building and you'll see the doors. So thank you again for coming.